If you know the name of the FD, not who what they look like, so you just so up here, George, on your paper.
Yeah, visual imaging or fabrication.
Or line. Middle right.
Yeah, well, I was the operations director of a drinks manufacturing company, and I always, when I came across Auditel, it was basically the view of somebody from Auditel had knocked on my door. I'd have, bitten their arm off to actually get them in and to drive out some costs. So it was actually sort of a practical application and a pretty good understanding of where I thought the benefits would be. So yeah, it was real interest. It takes you out your comfort zone. I'll be very honest about that. Do not expect that it's going to be a walk in the park, because it isn't. But the great thing about it is they never push you too far over your limits. They always keep you on the edge, and then they put in place those building blocks for you to actually, by the end of the week, if I'm very honest, I want to get on with it. I didn't expect to feel this way, but I want to get out there and get on with it.
Yeah, but what will the hand signals do as well? Yeah, last thing, help support.
Yeah, I'd spent 30 years in the police force and just retired. I decided that I didn't want to sit around and do nothing, that I wanted a new challenge, an additional source of income. So I attended a number of franchise exhibitions, decided that this was the sort of business I wanted to get into. It's the sort of thing I thought I could do, sort of thing I could possibly sell. And then started looking at the various companies that did that and decided upon Auditel. Yeah, the training's been excellent. There's an awful lot of information to take in, but it's been put across in a very clear, concise way. And I think as a result of that, I'm quite confident about the next step, what I'm going to do when I get home and continue with the business.
CEO or MD, you don't know their names yet, you've never met them. They take you into the room. 4 or 5 people already sat there. Good thing. You don't know. Just have a normal conversation. Be conscious. But no, be conscious.
I can see this bit horrible.
Don't say what you're doing. Don't say what you're doing. Don't say why you're doing it.
I've been a franchise manager for the last 5 years. I've a pretty good business experience, and I've been looking for a franchise. I like the franchise model, so obviously I've been interested in what franchises are out there. So I investigated quite a few, and then narrowed it down to 2 or 3. And at that stage, I wanted to see who are the best structures and who could give me the best support to help me when I go out into the big bad world myself and set up a business. I needed that reassurance, and Auditel came out on top for me in relation to that. Yeah, I'm very happy with the week's training. It certainly met, maybe exceeded expectations. It was very professional. The group dynamic was very good. The trainers were very good. I came with the purpose of having a plan in place and the resources to go out there and get started my business on Monday morning, and I'm fired up and ready to go.
Just to do it. But it's often good just to go around one walk. You don't need to go straight into the
Okay, I've known Auditel for probably about 10 years, or known about it for about 10 years. And I guess I've been in cost management for about 10 years as well. So when I decided to start looking at cost management franchises, and Auditel was certainly on the list of one of those to look at. And I suppose very quickly appeared on the shortlist, so to speak. Yeah, the training itself has well surpassed expectations, both on the content but also the the demands on myself and things like that. It's been a long week. It feels a long week. Emotionally, physically, everything. Opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff, hell of a lot of stuff. It's also taught us a lot of stuff that I'd probably forgotten, if that makes sense. And I guess now it's really a case of trying to take some of that and put it into practice. but excited about Monday morning, certainly. So.
In the last bit, self-talking, rationalisation, see that happening down to the left, see that happening on the question.
I joined the Auditel network, I think firstly because it's an excellent cost management system which can really benefit clients hugely, and also I think because the interests of the client and the associate are aligned together, so that really is a sort of win-win situation. I think the second reason I joined was because there's the ability to join with a network of other really highly professional people and to draw on their experiences and expertise and also contribute to that. And I think the third reason is because of the ethics of the organisation, the integrity and the values of Auditel. And I think that's the case for many of the people who I've spoken to who've joined Auditel. The week has been a really excellent introduction to the system. So it's been very impressive, and there's been a real mixture of sort of theory and practice, and there have been some really useful role play exercises and a lot of fun really as well. So I'd highly recommend it.
Well, I'm comfortable giving you commitments, Barry. You've asked me about, just so I understand the organisational structure, would you be the person to sign the agreement and also...
Yes, I was looking for a fresh challenge, having just retired as an accountant in practice, and Auditel seemed to offer an excellent opportunity to use my sort of past contacts and knowledge, but in a slightly different format, and I was very impressed with the professionalism that I saw from my contacts with the Auditel team. Yes, I think it was a good week. I've been on quite a lot of training courses over my career, and I thought it was very professional, and there was a good balance between the practical and personal involvement with the actual learning and listening elements.
Email up and give the option.
Carry on with the last. Right, left, generally, left sits